At a busy railway station, a beggar spent his days asking for alms from passing passengers. He survived on the kindness of strangers, believing that begging was his only way to live. One day, he noticed a tall, well-dressed man stepping onto the platform. Seeing the man in a suit, the beggar thought, he looks rich. If I ask him for money, he will surely give me a good amount. So, he approached the man and stretched out his hand. The rich man looked at him and asked, "You always ask, but do you ever give anything in return?" The beggar, confused, replied, "I am a beggar. I only ask. I have nothing to give." The rich man smiled and said, "If you cannot give anything, you have no right to ask. I am a businessman, and I believe in give and take. If you have something to give, only then will I give you something in return." Saying this, the wealthy man boarded the train and left. The man's words struck a chord in the beggar's heart. He thought, maybe I don't get much because I don't give anything in return. But I am a beggar, what can I possibly offer? For 2 days, he pondered this question but found no answer. Then, on the third day, as he sat near the station, his eyes fell on the beautiful flowers blooming nearby. He thought, why don't I give flowers to people in exchange for alms? Excited by the idea, he plucked a few flowers and went back to his usual begging spots. Now, whenever someone gave him money, he would gift them a flower in return. Passengers smiled as they received flowers, appreciating his gesture. To his surprise, people started giving him more money than before. They happily kept the flowers, and he realized that when he had flowers, people willingly gave him money. When he ran out of flowers, fewer people gave him anything. This experience made him understand the power of giving. One day, he saw the same rich man on the train again. Excited, he approached him and said, "Sahib, today, I have something to give you. If you give me alms, I will give you flowers in return." The rich man smiled, gave him money, and received flowers. Impressed, he said, "Wow. You have become a businessman like me." The train moved, and the rich man waved goodbye. Once again, the rich man's words left a deep impact. The beggar thought, I am not a beggar anymore, I am a businessman. Filled with new determination, he looked up at the sky and shouted, I am not a beggar. I am a businessman. I can become rich too. People at the station looked at him, confused. The next day, the beggar was gone. No one saw him at the station again. But 6 months later, 2 well-dressed men met on the train. One of them extended his hand and asked, "Do you recognize me?" The other, confused, replied, "No, I don't think we've met before." The first man smiled and said, "Oh, but we have. Twice before, at this very station. I am the beggar you once spoke to." Shocked, the second man asked, "The beggar? But how?" The first man replied, "Yes, I was a beggar. But after our meetings, I changed. I realized that people weren't giving me alms, they were buying my flowers. That made me understand the true power of trade." He used the money he had saved to buy more flowers and started selling them in bulk. Slowly, he became a successful flower merchant. "I now run a big flower business. And it all started with the lesson you taught me, that we only receive when we learn to give." The 2 men smiled and walked together, discussing business. This story teaches us an important lesson: our thoughts shape our destiny. The wealthy businessman knew the secret of success: give and take. The beggar changed his perspective, and his life transformed. If you keep thinking small, you will stay small. But the moment you believe in your worth, you can achieve greatness. So, what do you think? Do you believe in the power of giving? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories.